Hello, hello, hello. We will be doing Genshin today. We will try to
Many
do
insects have a
that
compulsion to follow the light, and
albedo
humans
thing.
are the same. Except we call that hope.
Let me check something else. Let's go do the dailies first. I want to finish this soon because I want to play Undertale Deltarune again, except this time on PlayStation. But I have to do fucking Stellar Blade instead because of the Nikkei collab. Unfortunately. Because I want the new Scarlet Gotcha skin. And you have to play Stellar Blade for that. And I do want to plat Stellar Blade at some point probably. Ah, fuck it. I'll just play Stellar Blade. Undertale Deltarune will come eventually. Lots of stuff. I gotta do the Nikkei story chapters as well at some point. And I gotta play FGO. Maybe we'll like start working at it tonight. I left off on prom. The new event's coming up soon for the feed event. But luckily, you only need to complete Lost Belt 6 for whatever. Yeah. Lots of reading, but that's the problem. I say this, and then, but then like did what that Limbus company. Kanto in 2 days. So yeah, it's like definitely I can do it. I mean I've done it before. Complete the entire Lost Belt within a week. It was Lost Belt 6 in particular. If I put my mind to it, I can do it. I just don't feel like doing it. I did catch up on Honkai Star Rail's newest patch. Was it 3.3? Yeah, 3.3 patch. I'm sad. Getting ready for 3.4, which has the Fate Stay Night collab, which is the whole point of downloading playing HSR in the first place. No, I still need to make my long ass video yapping about HSR, or at least my experience with it. Should be a project I indulge in. I don't know. Maybe once I've caught up more on my gotcha stuff, I'll put some time into it. It's a pain. Because I'm like really bad at editing, I'm bad at writing, bad at talking, but it's something I want to do. Oh my god. Alright, let's see. Where is Escafé? The pinnacle of excellence. Crit rate. Ooh. Oh, don't do this to me. Come on, a little bit more. Fuck. This isn't crit rate, that's over. Fuck, it's all over. I'll take this one because it's energy recharge. I wish I could just like buy those. Traveling everywhere is a pain. I miss when you can just like walk around everywhere and grab everything in like 5 minutes. Ooh, yeah, I increased my records for these. Holy shit, my friend got C4 Zhongli. Oh, he didn't get Mafuika? What the fuck? She's like meta. Oh my god, this looks good. Fuck. Oh my god. It's over. Oh. Wait. You're so bad. Fuck. Well, I mean, like, it's not that bad compared to what I had before. Let's see if we can get better one though from here. Actually, what is your ratio? 50%. And I think she gets what? Crit rate on Ascension. So it's not too bad. But this could be better. Fuck. Oh, it literally can be better. Oh wow, that was better.
Light it up.
Since we're not in that one, we can put Farina
Something's come up.
back. What the fuck?
I have high hopes for this journey. Add Ash. Thank you for
So how long have we been just meandering around for? Good 15 minutes.
You're high up. Everyone can hear. Add Astro.
Got 8 days to do this. Shit, fuck. So by next weekend, I gotta finish this. What the fuck? That's weird. Ryan Liesefis.
Wow! The city is all decked out! Oh, it's beautiful!
I expect Albedo to not be voiced.
Festival season means no commissions, which means no Mora. But Catherine's always looking out for us, so we should still drop by and say hello.
Sure, let's go.
Greetings, traveler. Paimon.
Hey, Catherine! Still doing the whole no commissions during Windbloom thing?
In general, yes. The people of Mondstadt don't delegate their work to others this time of year. But
But...
feel free to take a look around. I think you'll pick up on something unusual.
Take a look around, huh?
It's finally Windbloom. And here I am ruining everything.
You're a bit tired. No big deal. Give it some time. How about doing something fun tonight? We could take a stroll or go stargazing.
Stargazing? Like we'll find a spot. You know people start reserving places on Starsnatch Cliff the moment the sun goes down. Sorry, I'm just not in the mood. I should go.
Whoa! Something's off with Beatrice. She would never give up a chance to talk to Quinn. This is weird.
Oh, you're leaving? I can walk you home.
No, it's okay. Thank you. I just need some time to myself. Besides, there's still something I need to do. The truth is, Quinn, not long ago,
What is it? Is there something wrong?
Never mind. It's nothing. Actually, Quinn, I think we should stop seeing each other for now.
5 years. 5 years they've been together.
Huh? Wait, are you saying we can't be friends anymore? I thought we were best friends.
I thought they were dating, what the fuck?
Did you see that? Beatrice ran off without looking back. Oh, we go adventuring in other nations for a bit, and one of Mondstadt's best friendship stories is already over?
I can't believe it.
So, is this what you meant by unusual, Catherine?
This is just one example. Beatrice has been feeling down for days. But that's not all.
Oh, it's the honorary knight in Paimon.
Is something wrong? You don't look so good.
I know a knight should be stronger than this, but I haven't been feeling right lately. I just can't focus. I started sleepwalking out of nowhere. Sometimes I'd even wake up in the middle of the night standing in a random location outside.
You should see a doctor.
I did, but all the tests came back normal. The doctor said I'm fine.
Strange.
Yeah, I even consulted Miss Barbara at the church, but her conclusion was the same. In any case, she was kind enough to pray to Lord Barbados for me to get better. Is it because I saw something I wasn't meant to see? Sorry, this is for me to figure out. It is Windbloom after all. Anyway, I have patrol to finish. Until next time, you two.
Huh. Is it something in the air, maybe?
It appears Miss Donna is also out of sorts.
Oh, where can I find a truly fascinating man?
I thought she liked you.
Wait, but Donna is the one who has a huge crush on Diluc, right?
That's what I thought too. But she seems to have changed her mind.
Oh my god.
Is that Captain Kaya? Huh. Now that I look at him, he's exactly my type. How come I never felt this way before?
I'm flattered, Miss Donna, although I do wonder whether that was intended for outside ears. Well, Kaya's still not voiced.
Oh, no. Of course not. I'm sorry, Captain. Just pretend I didn't say anything. And, have a happy wind bloom.
I intend to, my dear, but first, a question if you don't mind. Why the sudden change for heart? I was under the impression Master Deal was the object of your affections.
Good question, Kaya.
So, you knew about that? Well, Master Diluc came into the city not too long ago, but when I saw him, it was like the butterflies just weren't there anymore. If I had to compare it to something, it would be like waking up and realizing you're married to a man you don't love. But then I saw you. And it wasn't that something was different about you. I can't really explain it. It was just a feeling.
I understand, and I'm flattered I was able to bring back the butterflies, but I do need to see to some business. I'll take my leave.
Oh, here he comes. Well, surprised to see us?
Fucking menacingly walking towards us. Not at all. You are the exact two people I have been trying to find. So, Traveler, Paimon, how have you been? All good. How about yourself and the rest of the Knights of Favonius? The answer to that requires a private conversation. Catherine, do you mind?
Not at all. Have fun, you three.
So, you said you were looking for us.
Yes, Jean sent me to find you when she heard you were back in Mondstadt, but let's discuss the finer details back at the headquarters. Paralogism.
Burn it down! Ah, Kaya, you found them.
So, Susie Young's still voice. Oh yeah, we knew that she was in the, what do you call it? The Leeway Festival. Lantern Rite. Yeah, Lantern Rite. Except she had like some mic problems back then. Yep, I managed to track them down.
Good. With what's about to happen, it's great to have you in town.
Whoa, headquarters are packed. What's going on?
Honorary Knight Paimon. Oh, it's an honor to meet you. I believe introductions are in order?
Allow me. You have Note, Captain of the 2nd Company. Scarin, Captain of the 3rd Company. Eula, Captain of the 4th Company. Me, of course, Captain of the 9th Company.
Oh, you're all captains?
That's right. Master Jean is waiting for you inside. She'll explain everything.
Jean!
Traveler, Paimon, thank you for coming. Is everything alright? There are tons of people outside, so Jean's also not voiced. Ah yes, that would be the captains. You know, a few of them already, but I'm sure there are some new faces. There have been a number of incidents in Mondstadt. In order to wrap up the case, I gathered all the captains of the Knights of Favonius together to hold a trial.
Trial? But this is Mondstadt, not Fontaine.
I can understand the confusion. You've never participated in one of our trials before. In truth, we haven't had to conduct one in quite some time. The Knights of Favonius oversee most matters of law and order in Mondstadt. Of course, in the interest of fairness, major cases are tried jointly with the Church. Under the guidance of Barbados, the Knights uphold chivalric justice in the spirit of our order, and the Church carries blessings and goodwill wherever the wind can reach. Today's case requires a joint trial by both parties.
Which means it's a serious one. So, do you need our help?
Hold on, the group of people we saw in the corridor just now, there was someone missing. Where's Albedo?
Right! He's the captain of the investigation team! But we didn't see him out there!
A keen observation, traveler. That happens to be exactly why I called you here. In the upcoming trial against Captain Albedo, we will do our utmost to understand the facts of this case and deliver a fair and impartial verdict.
Albedo is the one on trial? What did he do?
He's gonna destroy fucking Mondstadt. Jean, it's time. Understood. Traveler, Paimon, come with me. Please sit wherever you like. I only ask you to remain calm no matter what you hear. I need to head over there. Don't worry, the trial will be fair. Now that everyone's gathered, let us begin. With Grandmaster Varka away from Mondstadt for the time being, I, Jean Gunhilder, will oversee today's proceedings. Mr. Dahlia, Deacon of the Church of Favonius, will serve as assessor. As representatives of our respective organizations, we will ensure a just verdict in this case.
Oh, that's a new face! Deacon of the church. Does that mean he works with Barbara and Rosaria?
The defendant in today's case is the captain of the investigation team, Albedo. Albedo, what did you do? Certain aspects of this case are classified and it remains uncertain whether the alleged victims are citizens of Mondstadt. As such, this trial is not open to the public. The identities of the victims are still unknown? Strange. If guilt is established in this case, all facts will be made public after the final verdict is delivered. Now, the captain of the logistics company, Miss Hertha, will present the charges. The court appoints Mr. Kaya to speak on Mr. Albedo's behalf. Are both parties ready to proceed? Of course, Albedo's boyfriend defends him. Of course. Yes.
Ready to proceed.
Miss Hertha, the floor is yours.
Prior to this trial, the Knights of Favonius, in conjunction with the Church, launched an investigation into Mr. Albedo for suspected murder and unlawful disposal of human remains.
What the fuck?
Murder?
A witness stated that, 11 days ago, in the middle of the night, she saw the defendant southeast of the city gates, dragging a large object she later identified as a human body.
Oh, holy shit, I forgot. We gotta check his,
No. There's no
check
way!
neck thing.
We now call that witness to the stand. Beatrice, please tell us what you saw.
Beatrice, so is that what she was trying to tell Quinn earlier?
Well, I was out late that night on business. And when I came back, I saw someone in the moonlight that looked like Mr. Albedo. He was dragging a huge bag of some kind.
Okay, so he does have his neck thing.
I thought it was strange, so I followed him. Then, there was a sudden flash of golden light. The bag opened, and inside there was a body! Mr. Albedo's vision allows him to manipulate the ground with ease. So he buried it, and then removed any traces on the ground. Before he left, it seemed like he looked in my direction. Maybe it was just my imagination, but I was terrified thinking he might kill me too. Luckily, he didn't see me.
And I'll turn to the defendant. Describe your whereabouts that night. I was working in my office on the second floor of the Knights of Favonius headquarters. Well, just like we thought, Albedo wouldn't be voice. It's Koi Dao, so I expected as much. That's right. The next day, the defendant submitted his latest environmental report on the Dragonspine region. Considering the length of the text, it must have taken a considerable amount of time to finish.
Can anyone attest to the fact that the defendant was working in his office that night?
No.
Then the length of the report is not a sufficient alibi.
This isn't looking good.
I wasn't expecting that. It sort of reminds me of the Monsters Inc. lady. If the crime did occur as you described, then how about the body? You mentioned the joint investigation. Well, was the body recovered?
Not yet.
In other words, you dug up the location that Miss Beatrice described and found nothing. You don't find that suspicious?
I know what I saw. I'm telling the truth, Miss Hertha, I swear. Also, didn't you say that speaking out would help protect the people of Mondstadt? Otherwise, I'd never put myself out here like this.
You're doing the right thing. Besides, the investigation wasn't fruitless. A single men's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes near the crime scene. The same location the witness described. If no crime occurred, then is all this just a coincidence?
And no victim has been identified, correct?
It's true. No one has been reported missing. However, Miss Beatrice harbors no ill will toward the defendant. Her testimony clearly points to a crime, and she has no reason to lie.
Does the defendant wish to say anything in response? You may believe otherwise, Miss Hertha, but I did not kill a single person. As a knight and the captain of the investigation team, I have a duty to protect Mondstadt and its people. You accuse me of murder, but there's no body or motive.
The defendant raises an important point. Motive. Yet, I must be frank, not all murders are premeditated. Spontaneous conflict can also have unforeseen consequences. Nevertheless, I don't intend to prosecute this case on circumstantial evidence alone. Which brings me to the second charge against Mr. Albedo.
Second charge?
Please proceed.
7 days ago, at dawn, a witness saw the defendant dispose of the body of an adult male in the area between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery. I now call the second witness to the stand.
Wait, that's...
Do you look ragged there? Please tell the court what you saw. Felix also not voiced. Yep, it's Ace Attorney. This is like our third time in a court case in this game. At around 3:40 in the morning, I saw Mr. Albedo dispose of a body beneath the cliff. It was dark, but he used the power of Geo to illuminate his surroundings. From what I could tell, it looked like the body of an adult male, tall and thin, but I couldn't make out the age. He buried the body underneath the cliff and smoothed out the ground to remove any traces. I don't know if you know Sean Chiplock, but that's Steel's voice actor, so you can imagine whatever voice from Sean, I guess.
We now have accounts from two separate witnesses that describe the same modus operandi. Would you call that a coincidence?
You know, his boyfriend is his defender, which is Diluc's adopted brother. That's right. I totally forgot he's Reen and Cold Steel. See, I wouldn't know because I've barely played Trails. Yeah. But I hope you're having a good evening. Being Sunday night and all, there's a sports ball going on, but I was like, I gotta catch up on my gotcha slop. I would only inquire as to what Mr. Diluc was doing in the area so early in the morning. Not the most opportune time for a stroll. Is there such a thing? Dime Winery is my home. It's not unusual for me to take walks in the area. I just happened to be in the right place at the right time, that's all. Isn't Sean like a Zionist or something? I forgot. He's like, oh, I love Israel. I love Israel. Master Diluc is a well-respected figure in Mondstadt. I see no reason for him to frame Mr. Albedo, yet the question remains, where are the bodies? I know he's also like a freaky furry guy too. There was like that huge controversy involving him not too long ago. And all it was just he's just like a freaky furry guy.
Before you suggest a lack of evidence, Mr. Kaya, you should know. After the defendant left that morning, the witness found this where the body was buried.
And this is... It looks like the teeth and femur of a human. Now, it does beg the question, if the burial was fresh, why is this all that remains of the body? But I suppose Mr. Albedo is the only one who can answer that. You know, Albedo is alchemy, baby. You got some human transmutation stuff going on. I don't know. I just think it's interesting. Some of this stuff gives like Full Metal Alchemist vibes. Careful now, Master Diluc. I do believe I hear a presumption of guilt in there somewhere.
These remains suggest an accelerated rate of decomposition. Considering the defendant's profession, there's reason to suspect that alchemy is at play here.
You know, that's mean. Just because he's a homunculus, you gotta say that.
Both witnesses saw golden light, a known byproduct of alchemy. That's how the defendant destroyed the bodies. The light also explains how the witnesses were able to get a clear view of the events in the dark.
Yeah, there's been like lots of alchemical stuff in this game. His mother's name is Rhine Daughter. I forgot what that means. It's like gold something. Some whatever. Something German. Dude, this place is basically Germany. So that's your angle. Alchemy. A logical assessment, but we have a witness of our own. The afternoon before the alleged second murder, Mr. Albedo had a lengthy intellectual exchange with his student, Sucrose. The two were in the library until the next morning. Why did the discussion last so long? Miss Sucrose was presenting the results of her research. She noticed some flaws in the data, insisted on reviewing her calculations until the next morning with Mr. Albedo present. That's right. We were in the library together. That's another person not voiced. I think we knew this one too, though. So many people are like mean to this voice actor. I forgot her name. She's like some Hispanic lady, I think. Or her name looks like, I don't know. Yeah, they're mean to her for some reason.
You're certain Mr. Albedo was present the whole time?
Yes, and I know Mr. Albedo would never kill someone. He could never be that cruel.
Nevertheless, the other witnesses have no reason to lie. Tell me, Miss Sucrose, that meeting in the library, were you awake the whole time? Sounds like a considerable duration to go without sleep.
That is something she like experiments around with. Sugar is a thing in this game though. But Sucrose has done experiments on like sweeteners and stuff. We had to help her with like collect fruit for that.
I do hope you can be truthful with us. It concerns the safety of countless Mondstadt citizens. A crime like this cannot go unpunished.
I'll take it from here. During our meeting, Sucrose did fall asleep not long after midnight. It's alright, Sucrose. You don't have to lie for me. This is a sacred place of judgment. The truth is paramount. Mr. Albedo. I see. Then, I'm afraid your alibi cannot be substantiated. Do you understand? Yes, I know claiming innocence without proof isn't enough. But the prosecution's argument has its own holes. There's been no mention of a motive or what exact method could reduce a human body to those remains.
No conclusive evidence of guilt. But the witness accounts do match to an extent that can't be dismissed. This is a tricky one.
Allow me to submit another piece of evidence. The investigators intercepted one of Mr. Albedo's correspondences. I will now read the pertinent parts to the court.
He has a brother named Durin. But I don't know if that's from like Durandal or something else. A correspondence. I know that envelope does look like it belongs to Mr. Albedo.
I have never abandoned the subject of human research. In fact, delving deeper into Dragonspine has led me to realize that the concept of life could be further expanded and transformed into that of birth.
You know, you say that, but he is basically someone's uncle in this game. He takes care of well, uncle, older brother figure, whatever you want to call it, depending on the language, it will change. Since this is English, they use uncle. If you play like in Chinese, they'll say brother, you know, because that's a cultural thing. But yeah, I guess he is a homo unc to one of the other knights in this game. It's a funny relationship because his mom and that girl's mom were like besties, so he just takes care of the other lady's daughter while she's out, which is basically like 24/7. She's not around.
The mystery of human birth is often linked to death. As such, death is the most suitable material for the creation of new life. To that end, we must engage in a process of putrefaction and refinement.
Putrefaction and refinement.
Is that in reference to an alchemical process?
There's like more than just those two. There's like 6 of them, I remember. They're like old great witches. They all have their own thing.
The letter continues. Experimental trials have been carried out in the northwestern part of Dragonspine, in the area southeast of Mondstadt's main gate. The data is as expected. Just as you endeavored to do, I too shall take up the path of creation and break through current limitations to reach a new realm of living beings.
I trust investigators have confirmed this to be the defendant's handwriting, and that the letter makes more than a passing mention of putrefaction and refinement.
Correct. Not to mention, the locations indicated in the letter match both crime scenes. What more can we trust than the defendant's own words?
No, it can't be true.
I can't believe it.
A guilty verdict cannot be delivered without sufficient evidence. In order to protect all parties involved, that is what our principles demand. My original assessment was that we lacked said evidence.
New character in the game is Church Twink.
But now, it seems the only remaining questions are the identities of the victims and the specific alchemical process used in this case.
Oh, that's very cool. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad you know all this stuff because I sure don't. Huh. Then we are in agreement. The evidence conclusive. On the charges of murder and unlawful disposal of human remains, the court finds the defendant guilty. What? The people in attendance appear shocked. No one can believe a kind and well-mannered person like Albedo could commit such a crime. Jean stipulates that those unsatisfied with the verdict will have time to submit an objection or appeal, but most appear hopeless in this moment. As you watch Albedo being taken back to headquarters, you get a strange feeling that something hidden is about to come to light. It all comes back to that letter, a secret that you and Albedo know all too well, but the people of Moss have yet to discover. I forgot, it's been like 5 years. This letter is from 5 years ago, when the game first came out.
Why would Albedo do something like that? Oh, this has to be a nightmare.
Abedo told me a secret once, that he was a synthetic human created through alchemy. Could it have something to do with this case? But what? Following Ryan Daughter's footsteps just because he's an alchemical creation? That'll only make him more suspicious. Yeah, it's crazy. I do like some of the stuff. There is like passage of time in this game, and they're like, oh, I remember that. That was that many years ago. That was cool. Well, this took her turn for the worse. Letter, person, non-voice. Rosaria. Oh my god. I know she's Natalia in HSR. Fuck. Rosaria. This one is like, I was like, I know this one. Elizabeth Maxwell, because I know she did something. That everyone knows. Let's see. Oh my gosh, she's Obero and Overlord. Sai Nijima, Persona 5. But that's not the one. Or maybe it was. Yeah, she was Sai Nijima. No, I haven't seen it yet. I was gonna watch someone's like stream of it later. I heard about it. I have no opinion on it. I'll probably get it when it comes out. That's about it. I heard it's like a little too early to do any reveals for it, but I mean, like, as long as there's no announcement date and they take time to work on it and make it look good, that's all that matters.
Rosaria! Oh, when did you get here?
I've been here the whole time. I happen to have a message to pass along for us. Yeah, see, the problem is, like, they need to fix the timeline. Because, Persona 3, well, I think, it happened in 2006, right? And now, in Persona 3 Reload, it happens in 2009. So now they have to shift the timeline to make everything fit again. So there's no, like, continuity error. That's the... Well, I wish they just remade Persona 1 and 2 again, you know? For modern devices, like Persona 3 and 4, you can play those on modern devices. Like, they have ports for it. Persona 3 has the Persona 3 Portable has a PlayStation 4 port. Persona 4 Golden has a PlayStation 4 port. Persona 1 and 2 do not. And you can play PS4 ports games on PS5. I mean, like, which one? I like Persona 1 Portable, to be honest. I think that one's neat. I haven't played the old Persona 1 that was like on the PS1. So I don't know. I hate Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. I'm not gonna lie. That shit felt so ass to play. I hate tank control games. That feels so bad. I couldn't stand Resident Evil 2 when I played that either for like the tank controls. I played what was it? That lesbian horror game. I'm forgetting the one with the S, you know, the robot lesbian horror game. I hated the tank controls in that game too. I'll play them, but I don't like it. So yeah, I'd rather they remake it. Signalis, thank you so much. At least one of us remembers this game. I've been here the whole time. Happen to have a message pass along for us. Yes, you need a Star Snatch Cliff. He's waiting for you there.
Who is he?
Mr. Albedo. You'll know when you get there. Go on now. Time is like the wind. It waits for no one. Tired nun. She works all day. Drinks at night. Yeah, let's review what the fuck happened. Oh my god, it's the clone. Yeah, there's been like so many like albedo clones throughout this fucking game. But it all happened like at the very beginning of the game. Let's see. Oh yeah, and then here's his like that's the wrong one. Character archive, yeah. Here's his niece that I was mentioning earlier.
Totoko, where are you?
I don't know, but yeah, I just can't stand tank controls. I really like because Persona 1 was like the traditional like old school wizardry or whatever dungeon crawl. I like that. That one's fun. So they remade that to be the same. I wouldn't have a problem, but that needs to be updated. I don't know. I know actually Innocent Sin has a PSP port that got localized. Does that feel better than Eternal Punishment? Because I don't know why Eternal Punishment never got localized. So you're stuck with like the old classic version. Oh, it's fucking Venti. Ah, traveler, Paimon, I can hear your arrival upon the wind. Were you looking for me? Venti, I believe, is Erica Harlacher. And I think she's like being held at gunpoint to not voice. Let me see. Venti behind the VA. Wasn't she like Futaba or something? Oh my god, I don't know. Who's that? Was that? I don't know. Oh my god, she's Aiba. Peak. I know Erica's fucking persona. Oh, she's on. What the hell? She's on? I didn't know that. I'm getting these voice actors mixed up. I know she was in Persona 5 though. That's what it was.
Venti, did you send us that message?
No, I did.
What the fuck?
Whoa, where did you come from? Wait, Venti, do you know this guy? His name is, what is his name again?
Didn't think I was that unmemorable. I'm Dahlia, Deacon of the Church of Favonius, and Herald of the Animo Archon Barbados. Not gonna forget next time, right?
So, you called us here so we can meet with Venti?
That's right. I noticed you during the trial. The legendary honorary knight. You seem to have a lot of thoughts on your minds, so I thought we should have a chat. After all, I am the Herald of Barbados. If the people of Mondstadt are in danger, I should keep the Animo Archon in the loop.
Oh, he knows Venti is the Animal Archon. I remember he goes telling around people that he's the Archon. People are like, nah, stop lying.
Wait then, you know about...
About what? The fact that my tavern-hopping nomad of a friend is Barbados himself?
Don't worry, Dahlia and I are close. He knows everything. Besides, a god needs someone to communicate their will in a formal setting, and no one does that better than Dahlia. Does he pay Venti's tabs? Because like Venti's like drinking 24/7.
Not that I saw that coming when we first met. But back to the matter at hand. I believe you two already know about Albedo's background.
Brother, tons of people in this game is super fruity. Like, there's a reason Venti's a bard. If you mean his true identity, then yeah, we do.
So, you know too, Venti? That's surprisingly Archon-like of you.
Ah, well, I knew from the moment Ryan, daughter, and Alice brought Albedo to Mondstadt. When those two are in town, no one can afford to slack off. The Kraid Prince, a perfect specimen of synthetic life at this stage of the case. There are countless questions surrounding Albedo's motive. His true identity is a potential weakness. What was so we got Negredo. What was the other ones you mentioned? Rubedo, Negredo, and Citrinitas.
A synthetic being loses control of their sanity and goes on a killing spree. That's how a novel would frame the story, and people are inclined to agree.
Albedo has told us before that humans often value the ordinary over the transcendent and miraculous.
And the slightest difference is perceived as other. A very common phenomenon.
Which means we need to find a way to help your friend. What do you know about the situation, Venti? Me? Well, I know that Albedo's a synthetic being, and that a lot of strange things have been happening in Mondstadt, even though Windbloom should be about drinking and having fun.
We noticed that too! The minute we got here, something was off.
You share your observations with Venti and Dahlia.
I've picked up on most of those too. Miles is out of sorts. Beatrice seems anxious. Although I didn't know Donna stopped being interested in Master Diluc.
Oh yes, Venti has a hilarious death line. He just goes womp womp when he dies. When no love remains for the songs to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell. Cruel is said fate, cruel it may be, were it not for a hero who could set us all free.
What are you getting at, Tone Deaf Bard?
Oh, just making a comment. There are always unavoidable trials in life. At least that's what Barbados would say. Shut the fuck up, man. Everyone knows who you are, dude. Certain someone's going to need to overcome a trial like that. In such cases, even the Seven know better than to tamper with fate. I forgot who the hell is Seven. The Archon? Seven? The Archons? Or if only there was a brave soul willing to aid their friend in his time of need. Should he meet a terrible fate, all Mondstadt could be worse for it.
If you wanted our help, you could have just asked, you know.
Well, even Albedo wasn't at the center of this case. Protecting Mondstadt is part of being an honorary knight, right? They still have help, of course, which is why I prepared a little surprise. Behold.
Ooh! Paimon remembers that Jumpy Dumpty!
Is this Alice? Don't worry, I moved the fuse, so it's not going to explode. Say hello to the Dodo communication device.
So, this thing belongs to you now?
We're old pals. Don't think she cared if I borrowed it for a few days. Anyway, this invention, with a little help from a trick of mine, will allow us to keep in touch. Just take it out, we can chat. We'll do our best to uncover the truth. That's all I ask. No matter what comes, you have the wind on your side. But he's like the god of wind.
I suppose we're old pals too at this point.
Indeed, your companionship's like a breeze that lingers in the air, warm and familiar.
In all this time, I've never witnessed Lord Barbados approach anything in a serious manner. Perhaps this time, I'm in for something special.
Barbados? Serious? You gave him too much credit.
Hardly. It's not blind faith, you know. I've always had unwavering belief in the Animal Archon.
Is that so? I wonder what Barbados thinks about that. Perhaps you should pray to him and find out.
Good idea. I'll tell him I still haven't deciphered his drunken musings from our 3 trips to the tavern last month. His wisdom is sure to reveal itself in time.
Oh, you know what? Forget about Barbados, Dahlia. Treat me to a drink instead. You wouldn't refuse me, would you?
A dear friend like you? Never.
These two guys so fine. Oh, I miss when like Genshin was so easy collecting materials. These like flowers for his like ascension mats. and you just like do like a little like a 3-minute run around here, and you have enough to like max your character out. Now you have to like cross country, dive, fly everywhere. It's such a fucking pain. No! Oh, it's such a pain. I know you all must be shocked, but the evidence is solid. Albedo's situation is not looking good.
I still don't believe Albedo would do something like that. Using living people as alchemical test subjects? It's like something out of a novel.
Why does she have a picture of a windmill?
Perhaps it's best for me to remain impartial, but I've worked with Albedo before. He's an alchemist, not a sadist.
This is Susie Young. She voices Makima and also Fuka in Reload. Just putting that out there. I guess. Maybe she's a big fan of Don Quixote. This version of events is as hard for me to accept as anyone, but Barca once said Albedo is very different from the rest of us. Perhaps there are things we still need to learn about him. Let's see what Albedo has to say for himself first. Would you mind giving me a moment, everyone? A private matter requires my attention.
Hey, Jean!
Traveler? Paimon, perfect timing. Kai has a favor to ask. Like Jean said after the verdict, we have time to submit an appeal, and I will do my utmost to convince Albedo to accept. He's been acting strange, and I can't read for the life of me. But I need you two to start investigating the case. Investigate the case? Yes, it's also time for you to get involved. Do you want us to join the joint investigation? No, we'd like you to launch an investigation of your own. I'll continue working on his defense in the meantime. If you find anything that might help his case, just let me know. I know it's against the spirit of the season to task you with this, but Albedo is a trusted member of our ranks. You owe him the benefit of the doubt. Understood. I'll look into the case on my own. I know you'll get to the bottom of this, Traveler. You never fail us in our time of need.
But what if the accusations turn out to be true?
Then you'll have done Monza a great service all the same. I'm expecting a retrial. Until then, you're welcome to have a look around Albedo's office on the 2nd floor. I'm counting on you. Wow, this really is just a fucking Ace Attorney. Now, this is like the day 2 trial thing. Thank you for agreeing to investigate. We're counting on you. Oh yeah, so this is like a new location. For 5 years, you could not go up here. After 5 years, you can finally come up here. Oh yeah, also, that little girl, Clee, she gets locked up in here a lot.
Wait, Captain Kaya! Surely I can't just...
These two are here on Jean's orders. She asked him to investigate Albedo's office.
Oh, in that case, head on in.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like here forever, and it's like, wow.
So this is Albedo's office. Pretty much exactly how Paimon pictured it.
Now we can enter? It's been 5 years? Alright, I have some work of my own, so I'll leave you to it. Good luck, you two.
Right back at ya.
Sometimes I wish like Genshin didn't have the leveling system. It's such a pain. You already have to like farm gear and stuff.
We can find.
There's a stack of books on the desk, mostly relating to alchemy, environmental science, and life science. Some of the pages have been marked with alchemical symbols, and others have S-shaped or triangular symbols drawn on them. Any potential meaning is unclear.
Wow, these books are so fancy. Albedo must have gone to great lengths to get them.
After moving the book, the desk looks almost empty. You hear her hand slip while moving the book, causing the hardcover book to strike the desk. The resulting noise is a bit unusual. It's subtle, but to an experienced adventurer, it sounds too hollow. Almost like there's a compartment within the desk.
Wait, it looks like there's a hidden compartment under the desk.
There does appear to be a compartment added to one side of the desk. It was very well hidden. The lock mechanism is complex and seems to involve elemental power in some way. Perhaps you could try using the power of Geo. The hidden compartment opens. Inside lies a piece of paper with much more information. You can just like fucking scroll around like this. The lockbox sits on the desk. The latch bears sign of wear, suggesting the importance of whatever lies within. The box likely remained locked most of the time. Now the lid remains wide open, as if the owner was forced to leave in a hurry and didn't have time to lock it. Perhaps the letter intercepted by the investigators was once stored here. The remaining contents shouldn't hold much weight as conclusive evidence, but you still get a strange feeling after reading them. In elegant penmanship, the letter reads, "In addition, I do happen to have some information on the subject of our last discussion, the materials and arcane formation required for human transmutation. Formations in these records likely originate from Conrian art of Chimia, but relevant documentation has not been well maintained over time, so I cannot guarantee there are no errors or omissions. As thanks for your past assistance, I've enclosed the records with this letter." Conria is the place that got genocided 500 years ago, and it's like big plot point for a ton of major events in this game. But that does not mean I support your pursuit of this research. Ethics aside, I'm not convinced it's even possible to create a human whose existence is identical to our own. The idea that dynamic of creator and creation could exist within the same species is cause for concern. Even with a talent like yours, I must urge you to proceed with caution. Signature belongs to an unfamiliar name, one that also appears on an alchemy book nearby. You skim the preface and learn that the author is an old and accomplished alchemist. Person is likely a friend from Albedo's academic circle, someone who owed Albedo a favor, but also urged him to refrain from conducting dangerous research.
Human transmutation? Is Albedo seriously looking into that?
Laws of equivalent exchange.
Ooh, Paimon doesn't want to think about that.
It doesn't look good, but this letter can't directly prove that Albedo did anything. Besides, a technique like that must be too dangerous to share with the public, right? That's why it wasn't brought up during the trial. Let's see. Nothing else here. This test tube on the shelf with black powder residue at the bottom. Next to it lies a neatly written note. Chalk is the next stage after soil, but the current available materials are still insufficient to construct a stable structure.
Nope. No idea what that means. Not sure if it's too hard for Paimon or too hard for anyone outside this line of work.
Can't help being stupid. Albedo's note lies on the table. They resemble the ones you've seen before, but the contents are different this time. As always, the penmanship is impeccable, careful and neat with a certain elegance in its uniformity, much like the man himself. One of the notes reads, "Putrefaction should be regarded as a counter-simulation to the process of life, like a highly efficient and destructive spell of rot. Upon use, the target will decay within an extremely short period of time, turning to dust that is nearly invisible to the naked eye before dissipating into the air." Alright, time to read the investigation paper. Festering is also a manifestation of rot. I think that's our sword that we got from his event. Sword of Festering. When festering forces and a sufficient amount of life energy collide, the two will repel each other, triggering a powerful side effect. When I tested this in an alchemical experiment, the results of the refinement were startling. That free-to-play sword you get from his event is still like one of the best weapons in the game, and you can never get it again because it was a one-time only event. So that fucking FOMO is crazy in this game. Breaking through the shackles of life, the simulation of the Blank Project, I must take advantage of this opportunity. Is it gold?
The name of the project is blotted out in ink. What could it be?
Yeah, it's crazy. But like, I don't think they've ever gotten like a weapon that good again. This game is literally you don't pay attention to anything, just and try to enjoy it best as you can. Make it whatever game you want to play, but it's a gacha game at the end of the day, so you know you shouldn't get into gacha games. They're bad. The note mentioned festering forces, which suggests that Dragonspine couldn't be involved somehow. Oh god, worst map in the game. This has something to do with creating synthetic life. Would Albedo go that far for one of experience? No, that can't be. The notes is a map with a few markings on it. Two of the marked locations correspond to crime scenes, and the third appears to be in Dragonspine. Fuck. It's a hard pill to swallow, but if the results of the joint investigation are correct, there could be a body hidden in that last location, or at the very least, what remains of one.
Huh. What does this mean? Oh, do you think something might also be buried at the last location? Alright, that seems to be it for this place. We should go tell Jean what we found.
Dragonspine, you just like freeze to death every time you go there.
Oh, Vent is calling. Let's answer.
How's the investigation going? Find anything?
Oh, we found stuff, alright. Stuff that only makes Albedo look even more suspicious.
I see. So Albedo's researching something that doesn't help his case, huh? Share what you learned with Venti. Not promising. You should be grateful Albedo's true identity remains hidden. If it gets out that he's one of Rhine Daughter's creations, there'll be no separating him from her past. I think like Rhine Daughter try to like destroy the world or something. As we both know, Rhine Daughter's approach to alchemy and ethics was pure madness, and the evidence she just found, let's just say, could convince even those closest to him of his guilt, perhaps even you. I think the handwriting's fake, and the notes almost sounded like him. Then that comes down to trust. Do you trust Albedo? Absolutely I do.
Yeah, he's our friend. We should keep the faith. And if he really is the culprit, he must have had a reason, right? Maybe he's just not allowed to talk about it. Yeah, that must be it.
Either way, a fair investigation means coming to a conclusion presented by the facts. Does it mean even Venti no longer believes in him? Remaining objective has its own value. Remember, none of this is your fault. Just report back with an honest assessment of the facts.
Yeah. Well, let's go find Jean and tell her what we learned.
What the fuck this dude doing?
Wait, that's Miles. What's he doing here?
Oh, sorry. I heard voices and wasn't sure if I should check who was inside.
It's okay. We're here on Jean's orders.
Ah, I see. I'll, leave you to it then.
Did you hear that Albedo's an homunculus?
Hold on. You didn't hear what we were saying, did you?
Oh, not really. Nothing that made sense anyway.
Well, do us a favor and just forget anything you might have heard, okay?
Oh, sure. You got it.
That map we found in the hidden compartment seems important. We should check out the marked locations.
Well, that's not good. I'm gonna start freezing as soon as I leave that teleporter. There's that freeze meter. The fuck am I supposed to go? Go to location. Oh, there it is. I see it.
We should be getting close. Oh, look over there! Something seems off.
Although everything's covered in snow, as a seasoned adventurer, you notice a spot on the ground that looks quite different from the surroundings. Remove the snow and find a sizable hole underneath, large enough to fit a human body. but the hole is completely empty, and the surrounding markings make it look like something was dug up. Did an animal do this, or some monster?
Weird. It's a hole, but no body. The prosecution's argument is that Albedo used alchemy to destroy the bodies. But this location is different from the other two. Why not fill the hole? Or smooth out the ground like the other places?
If one person did all this, why not remove the traces like the others? And if Albedo is no one responsible, why was this location marked in his notes? Turn to the Knights of Favonius, doubts swirling in your mind. You're back. Did you find anything? You know, this whole bit sort of reminded me of Liar Game, where, like, to trust somebody, you have to doubt them first. Or something like that. I don't remember. You can't just, like, blindly trust people or whatever. They did it, like, they explained it better in the comic. I was just thinking about it.
Yeah, but none of it helps Albedo's case.
You tell Jean about your findings from Albedo's office. I see. A complicated result, but your efforts are appreciated. Did Albedo submit an appeal? Yes, he asked for a retrial. There are still questions surrounding the identities of the victims and the disappearance of the bodies. The minimal remains that were uncovered have been sent for a forensic analysis, which should provide some answers. It's just...
What's wrong?
If the victims turn out to be Mondstadt citizens, the situation becomes all the more serious. The second trial would likely have to be open to the public, and I doubt public sentiment will be in Albedo's favor.
Yeah, not when the charges are so serious. Hmm.
The second trial is set to take place in 2 days. I hope you consider attending this one as well.
Of course, we'll be there. In the meantime, we should all just stay positive.
Well said. When the time comes, I'll carry out my duty to the best of my ability. Oh my god, this fucking dude's like still eavesdropping. Miles. Like, mind your own business. My god. Oh, have you heard of Ask Libra? I was watching a video essay about it, and it looked really cool. And I heard it was like a solo dev game about some like this salary worker. He's just, man, I want to make a fucking video game, and he spent 15 years making a video game, and it's like looks really cool. Yeah, and the story sounds like really interesting.
We should meet up with Jean. It's about time for the second trial.
The fuck? Oh, there she is. I'll link you to it. Yeah, it came out like recently. (2022), and I heard it was like overwhelmingly positive reviews on launch. You two, let me know if you're ready, and we'll head out. Ready, Freddy. But as you know, Japanese game, you got weird Japanese bullshit. Yeah, they have like weird fetish stuff in the game. But I mean, you can just ignore it. All right, follow me. I was really impressed with like what I saw about it. It's like solo dev. Holy shit. Ladies and gentlemen, we now convene for the second trial against Mr. Albedo. I, Jean Gunhilder, will once again oversee the proceedings. Representatives on both sides remain unchanged, and Mr. Dahlia will continue to serve as assessor. Ms. Hertha represents the prosecution and Mr. Kaya speaks on behalf of the defense. The defendant in this case is Mr. Albedo, captain of the investigation team. With that, I now bring this trial to order. Ms. Hertha, the investigators made any new discoveries?
Yes. We sent the teeth and the femur bone found at the scene to the church's medical office, and were able to conclude that these are, in fact, human remains.
Okay, but who did it belong to?
In addition, the investigators were able to identify several Mondstadt citizens who appear to have been missing for quite some time. Forensic analysis of the remains allowed us to pinpoint the age and gender of the deceased. Interestingly, one of the missing individuals matches that profile to a T. The medical office couldn't spare the personnel, so Miss Rosaria is here to present the results to the court.
Hanselman, male, 46-year-old. Marital status, single, occupation, hunter. Consistent with the conclusion in the last trial, his disappearance went unreported, likely due to his lack of relatives. In addition, medical records show that he sustained a mechanism-related injury to his leg 3 years ago. The damage on the femur bone Mr. Diluc found is consistent with such an injury. Therefore, we can conclude that one of the victims in this case is Hanselman. A specialized technique was likely used to accelerate the rate of decomposition.
Is it reasonable to assume this technique to be alchemical in nature?
Alchemical or magical, both are possible.
Thank you for your testimony.
The identity of one of the victims is now confirmed. But what about the defendant's motive?
Considering what he wrote in the letter, we can deduce that the defendant needed subjects for an alchemy experiment. Who better than individuals whose disappearance would go unnoticed? In other words, he sacrificed the good people of Mondstadt for his own gain. A truly vile act. In addition, another witness has agreed to testify. Miss Donna, if you would.
Another one, huh?
Wait, Donna from the flower shop?
I'm sorry it took so long for me to come forward. But the night Master Diluc saw Mr. Albedo, I was there too. I was camping with a friend and we decided to stop near Dragonspine. I couldn't really get comfortable that night, so around dawn, I decided to go for a walk. And that's when I saw Master Diluc. I thought it might be nice to, chat. So I headed in his direction and then I saw it. Someone at the bottom of the cliff was getting rid of a body. I was terrified the person might see me. Even after I fled, I couldn't shake that fear. And I started to wish I never had a crush on Master Diluc in the first place. If I hadn't wanted to talk to him, I would never have been in that situation. Well, I didn't want to come forward because I was scared. But Miss Hertha convinced me it was the right thing to do. I'm sorry it took me so long.
I see. Just stepping forward was brave enough, Miss Donna. The court thanks you for your courage and commitment to justice.
Yes. Thank you.
The two witnesses corroborate the same sequence of events. That just leaves the question of how the defendant disposed of the bodies.
I believe the answer lies in the alchemical technique mentioned in the letter. The defendant is the most accomplished alchemist in Mondstadt. He has the skill, no question.
A special investigator also uncovered some relevant evidence on that subject. I will now present it to the court.
Wait, does she mean...
The evidence we found in Albedo's office. The following are pieces of evidence uncovered in Mr. Albedo's office, the most important of which is this map. Oh, fucking played us like a fiddle. This map was found with the defendant's notes. The markings correspond with the description in the letter and the location of the crime scenes. Does this map belong to you? Yes. Were you the one who marked these locations? Yes. You do realize that's basically an admission of guilt, don't you? The evidence against you is nearly insurmountable. No. Since you uncovered that compartment, I might as well expound on the matter.
We have witnesses and physical evidence. What could you possibly say in your defense?
What I always have, I never killed a single person.
Ugh, you have some nerve. Saying that when the evidence is stacked against you?
Miss Hertha, you presented a meticulous and convincing case. I'll give you that, but I'll not admit to something I didn't do.
So, what? You're just going to bombard the court with excuses?
That's a rather dismissive way to refer to an innocent man speaking in his own defense. Besides, I'm not making excuses. I'm exercising patience.
That won't make the charges against you disappear, Mr. Albedo.
Perhaps not, but patience comes with its own reward. It's easy for things to remain buried in snow until someone comes along and brushes it away. Albedo seems serious but unfazed. Does that mean he really didn't do anything untoward? Oh yeah, his hobby is a artist. He's like a rather famous painter too that gets lots of commissions. But his main job is working for the government. He mentioned brushing off the snow. Is that supposed to be a hint? If it was a hint, then it must have something to do with Dragonspine. Which reminds me, one of the locations marked on the map we found wasn't Dragonspine, wasn't it? Traveler, you were the one who covered notes, right? Then I'm assuming you visited the third location marked on the map as well? Yes. Can you tell us what you found? You nod your head and give an honest account of the scene you found on Dragonspine. Whatever was kept in the hole was gone, and the surrounding area bore the markings of an unknown creature. With everything covered in snow, no one knew there was something discovered in the first place.
Then, there must also have been a body.
I need to think about this. What clues am I missing? First marked location is near Mossat. Beatrice saw Albedo use alchemy to dig a hole and bury a body there. A single men's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes nearby. Taken together, this evidence seems to suggest that Albedo killed someone and concealed the body. The third marked location in Dragonspine. We all knew about it, blah blah blah. During our investigation, Paimon discovered there was no body remained. Second marked location where Diluc saw Albedo buried a body of an adult male. Diluc described this nearly the same events as Beatrice. There's no reason for them to collude against Albedo, so their testimony should be trustworthy. Diluc found teeth and femur bone at scene. Donna confirmed his version of events because she was also there that night. The two should have no reason to set Albedo up. Despite her crush, Donna wouldn't lie about something like that just to get Diluc's attention. Not to mention Donna has been acting strange since before the trial. According to forensic results, the teeth and femur bone belonged to a Mossad citizen, and the witness account suggests that Albedo was the last person to come in contact with his body. Did Albedo really use alchemy to reduce the body to a few bones, and does that mean he's a killer? He's Jeff the Killer. Albedo marked these three locations on the map found in the hidden compartment. There are some similarities and differences between them. Based on what we know, all three locations were likely used to hide bodies. The holes dug in each area certainly seem big enough, but unlike the first two locations, there are claw marks around the hole in the third location, and no witnesses saw anything happen there. Dragonspine is home to all manners of monsters and wild animals. Could some kind of creature have dug up the body? But why wasn't that the case in other locations? The marks didn't look fresh, which means the hole at the third location has been there longer than the other two. The hole at the third location wasn't made around the same time. Does that mean it's connected to a separate incident? Most people know Albedo as an alchemist and the captain of the investigation team, but in truth, he's the Kryn Prince, a synthetic human created by one of the five sinners, Gold Grinddaughter. Albedo is steadfast, intelligent, and treats everyone with kindness and respect. I think most people would agree with that assessment. He's also a calculated thinker. It's fair to say if he did commit a crime, it would likely be well concealed. Up until now, Albedo's never displayed any ill will toward humanity. He also seems like his normal self. As his friend, I shouldn't reveal the truth about his identity. That'll only make things worse for him. Dragonspine has a frigid climate and is covered in snow all year round. Even so, it's home to various monsters and creatures that can withstand the cold. Deep in the mountain lies the remains of an even more mysterious creature, Durin. Although the dragon has been dead for a long time, he still possesses a pure life energy. Now that I think about it, a lot of strange things have happened in Dragonspine. I almost forgot. Paimon and I once encountered someone on Dragonspine who looked exactly like Albedo, and we weren't the only ones. Wait a second. Someone who looks exactly like him. Oh my god, that fucking event from 5 years ago? I'm guessing Albedo has a plan, so I should help him out. But what does he want me to do? Announce a break in the case? No, I should play it safe. I made an honest assessment of the facts. I should be honest about my doubts too. It's only fair. Besides, I think I understand what Albedo was trying to tell me just now. I'd like to address the court. If I may, I was the one who investigated the office, and I believe the results raised a few questions. Oh my god, I bet this was voiced. This was supposed to be voiced. But because of the our shitty country having no good regulations against AI, they're not voiced. Regarding the case's arrest in the previous trial, it was established that after disposing of the bodies, the defendant used alchemy to restore the ground to its original state. I wouldn't know because I don't play JP. I don't watch spoilers because I like to like not get spoiled about it. It's a Chinese game, so there's a CN dub for it too. But that wasn't the case at the third location. The hole was still there with dirt scattered around the perimeter. It looked more like something had been dug up. If this was all done by one person, why wasn't this third scene given the same treatment as the others? Why weren't the traces removed? In addition, the markings around the third location weren't fresh, which suggests that the Dragon Spine incident happened at a different time. I do know, like, they've been trying to give the player character, the Traveler, more voiced lines, and it happened, like, after the VA strikes. So that sucks. For those reasons, I believe there's still reasonable doubt in this case, and I hope the verdict reflects that. Thank you. Astute as ever, Traveler.
Questions there may be, but allow me to point out, there is no evidence to suggest that anyone besides the defendant knew about the third location. And the map was found in his notes. That fact alone makes him the most plausible suspect. Unless Mr. Albedo suddenly plans to deny that the map belongs to him.
Allow me to respond to Traveler's point. If all I cared about was proving my innocence, I would indeed do as you described, Miss Hertha, and deny any connection to that map. But that's not what I intend to do. The map does belong to me. I did hide things at those 3 locations.
What?
There are indeed bodies at each location, and I did kill and bury someone on Dragon Spine. But that was a clone, though, like the fucking copy cat.
Ha! So you admit it. Let the record reflect that the defendant has confessed to his crimes.
You're mistaken, Miss Hertha. The story doesn't end there. Oh, Eula was there too. Some time ago, I encountered an uninvited guest on Dragonspine, someone who wanted to take advantage of the deserted nature of the region to eliminate me in secrets. His desire to kill me led to an altercation where I killed him instead and buried the body on the mountain, the third location marked on the map.
Actually, the traveler Amber Bennett and I were with Albedo that day. The Adventurers Guild was holding an event on Dragonspine. After it ended, we all left the area. If the person Albedo is referring to is different from the one we encountered on the mountain, then the altercation must have occurred after we left.
This only proves that the defendant is guilty on all counts. Those innocent people, their blood is on your hands.
No, you're wrong.
You deny it? After admitting to murder for the whole court to hear? You've clearly lost your mind.
If you would let me finish, Miss Hertha, I could go to the important parts. The man who attacked me on Dragonspine was my height, with blonde hair and blue eyes, dressed in clothes nearly identical to mine. I mean, that is Ace Attorney, isn't it? But instead of saying the you go, objection. So someone happens to look exactly like you. Exactly like him. So I was right. It does come back to what happened back then.
It's one thing to look similar, but for the clothes to be the same?
What's going on? I don't want to be here anymore.
Regardless, the important thing is that you admit to killing someone on Dragonspine.
Yes, I killed someone that day. Someone who looked nearly identical to me. But I never said that someone was a person. I see. Then it appears I need to withdraw my testimony.
What?
Everyone! I brought her!
Wait, you...
The person who just came in, isn't that Hertha?
Oh my god, that clone is copying Hertha? What's going on?
Who are you? Why do you wear my face? Hello to you, too.
As you can see, this is Hertha, the logistics captain of the Knights of Favonius.
I see what's going on here. It's all been leading up to this, hasn't it? Your confession. It was all an elaborate stunt to set me up.
This dude been hiding for 5 years.
You want to undermine my credibility? Fine. It doesn't eliminate the mountain of evidence stacked against you. All I want is justice for the people of Mondstadt.
Order in the court. I've been stationed on Dragonspine all these years because that is where the subject of my research lies. The dragon Durin. That's his brother. 700 years ago, the Dragon of the East, Dvalin, defeated Durin in battle and, with help from Barbados, sealed his reigns on Dragonspine. Durin was created through alchemy, one of the finest specimens of artificial life. As such, death was not a true end for him. His heart still beats and grows more revitalized by the day. My imposter in Dragonspine was a failed specimen abandoned in Durin's stomach, an unsuccessful iteration of the Homunculus project.
Homunculus?
Are you trying to insinuate that I'm some kind of homunculus? Because it looks to me like the artificial one is standing right there. Some kind of imposter you dragged in from Dragonspine. So this is what I look like when I fly off the handle. You know, they say imitation is the best form of flattery. But your impersonation has overstayed its welcome. Master Jean, what are you waiting for? We've known each other for so long. You recognize the real me, don't you?
The two look identical, but judging based on demeanor, the new arrival actually seems more like the Hertha I know.
That means nothing. By that logic, I could just as easily accuse the Albedo in this room of being an imposter. How do we know he isn't the fake one? A cold-blooded killer who replaced the real Albedo long ago. Then, how about something only the real Hertha would know? The longest scar on my body. The knights who fought alongside me that day should remember where it is.
I remember. Let's hear your answer.
I'd like to hear Miles' answer first.
Huh?
You don't know? Or you don't remember? I heard you've been acting strange these days. Disoriented? Confused?
Another fucking clone? How many of these are there? This literally is the Clone Wars.
You were closer to me than anyone during that battle. And yet you don't remember a thing. Strange indeed.
No, my head. It hurts.
The scar is right here.
Why the nerves? I can't imagine this comes as a surprise. Unless your informant in the Knights of Favonius failed to mention the scar on Hertha's left arm.
Albedo has done a lot of research into beings like you. If you deny it, then show us your arm.
No need to panic. You can just add it now. You excel at changing appearance, don't you? Or, I should say, all spawn of Durin's life force have that ability. A powerful life force, an appearance you can change at will, yet here you stand, formless one. Paralyzed to act, because you're worried that using your power could affect your accomplices. Accomplices? Then Miles must be one of them. There are others too. Most of the beings under the influence of Durin's life force have gathered here, and yet their presence is what impedes her from taking action. Once you attempt to transform, all who surround you will be affected by your power. You can't control it, because in this network of living beings, you serve as the core.
Show us your arm. Ugh! Have it your way!
Whoa!
Come on, let's go!
Hey, they're shielding the imposter!
She's trying to get away. Stop her. Don't let anyone stand in your
There
way.
are others trying to get in. Must be more people under her control.
Time to get moving, everyone.
Whoa! She just leaped across the room!
After her!
Amogus. I forgot the beat for the do. It's time. All units move out. Third company, keep on the imposter's tail. If I have a chance to talk, but before I explain the events of the past few days, I'd like to make a few things clear. First, I never killed any of my fellow citizens, and I never used human remains as part of an alchemical experiment. Second, events of the past few days were all part of a plan. Most of the members of our order were in on it. As for the witnesses, Master D picked up some on the situation long before today's proceedings. Wow, that's quite an involved plan. Indeed, follow me.
What? How are there monsters in the city?
They are all monsters from Dragonspine, and attack is imminent, but fear not, we've been preparing for this. We've been monitoring the resurgent endurance life force. Its festering nature agitated these monsters. We knew it was only a matter of time before they advanced on Mondstadt. That resurgent thing was hinted last summer. And so we made preparations for an inevitable battle. I was hoping you two could join me and provide assistance in the battle to come.
Of course. Where's our first stop?
Top of the city wall. Ah.
Light it up.
Mr. Albedo, traveler. Everything good here? All good. A few monsters made it into the city, but Master D and Mr. Kaya helped me take care of them. Not long ago? Let's see. I can't fucking read and play this at the same time.
Stand clear.
What a bad time to like not be voiced.
Oh, so sorry.
Alright, okay, check the city gate.
Where are all these monsters coming from? My sword hand is cramping.
Wait! I think that's Captain Kaya's voice. Maybe he's coming to help. Just hang in there.
Fantastic job defending this place, you two. We'll take it from here.
Oh, Captain Kaya, Swan is...
Hey, I'm fine. It's your leg we should be worried about.
Swan, Lauren, you should both get treated at the church. Don't push yourselves. We'll take care of things here.
But, Master Diluc, didn't you leave the Knights of Favonius?
Are knights the only ones capable of defending this gate? It's fine. Master Duke is just altruistic as always. If civilians willing to help out, who are we to turn them away?
Understood. We're grateful for the support.
Yeah, thanks a million. We'll be back soon.
I have some spare time right now, so I was planning to make some potions to help the people fighting. A sound plan. Remember to be careful. I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter a situation you can't handle, retreat to somewhere safe. Don't worry about the front line. Understood. Alright, now, where's the next area?
Upercall, it's you.
That's Todd Habercorn.
Coming to be.
It's been a while since I unleashed my lightning during Windbloom. So Lisa's also not voiced. I forgot who voices her.
It happened a lot before?
Unless she lightning on people? No. Once in a while, maybe. It sure feels good to let loose, though. My old professor even wrote to me about that a few days ago. Of course, I made sure to emphasize that I always treat others with kindness. It's only natural for a student to inherit their teacher's ways, after all, and mine was a gentle old man from the Spontamud school. She's, from Sumeru, which means she's, Middle East, North African, possibly Indian? So you see, this time I only use gentle methods of electrocution. So gentle, even Jean would have no reason to intervene.
Huh. Gentle electrocution.
You seem to be in good spirits, Miss Lisa. Oh, well, it's good to move about every once in a while.
Huh.
Alright, so that's a repeat.
Rise with the sun!
Was this Noelle? Mona, maybe? Oh, official.
Hold firm. Drag another wardrobe over here.
Vile beast, the Minochrite shall not tolerate such a transgression. Hey, official.
Ah, that's the traveler's voice.
You arrive at the most opportune time, vassal. Sword at the ready. Oh, that's cool. I have pyro attacks now. Looks like it's limited.
Burst forth.
Oh, almost fucking died. Fear not, the foul monsters have been cast into the void.
Mein Fräulein means to say that you should refrain from going out for the time being. We will continue to protect this area.
All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. But, I've never seen a bird that can, talk.
Ah, no need to worry. I'm Mein Fräulein's humble servant. Please rest assured, I'm not a danger to you.
You can trust him, I promise.
Oh, no, of course. I didn't mean it that way at all. I just misspoke.
No matter. My vassals have unfinished duties, yes? Then go forth and smite these wretched beasts. The princess's blessing shall illuminate your path. It's Venti.
Hey, Venti!
Shoot, someone's coming. Help me, please. Someone help me.
What's with the freak out? It's just us.
Ah, perfect. I can drop the axe. Sorry, thought you were regular citizens. It's about time. I think we can proceed as planned. I agree. Although, it's been a while since I dealt with something this big. It's going to be pretty exhausting. Don't worry, I'll treat you to a drink for your trouble. Just what I wanted to hear.
So, these two know the other's identity then?
People can make new friends when we're not here, you know. Monsters started surging from Dragonspine during the trial. They soon became agitated, likely in response to the core coming under pressure. Still, I never expected those monsters to become disadvanced. The power of evolution cannot be underestimated, especially considering the fact that Durin observed the previous imposter.
Wait, so what about the map? And the missing bodies?
What the witnesses saw was true. I did hide those bodies. As I monitored the situation on Dragonspine, I noticed that many who ventured there came back different. Some were under the influence of Durin's power, but the less fortunate ones had already been devoured by monsters, who then assumed their appearance to infiltrate the city. Most of those who were replaced had no close relatives, so when their behavior changed, there was no one to notice. The monsters used their disguise to get closer to people. I eliminated 2 who attempted to attack.
What about the remains Diluc found? Did they belong to one of the victims?
Yes, the monsters slowly digested their victims. Sometimes, they even left behind body parts to aid their transformation. All that remained of the first victim was a few strands of hair, and the second, some teeth and bone. The only bodies Albedo destroyed were the monster's mimic forms. Then he buried whatever remained of the victims to put them to rest. Well, someone had to do it. Besides, I managed to gather some valuable data on the putrefaction of the bodies. After we defeated the doppelganger Wildflower on Dragon's Mine, we promised to tell each other a story, remember? You told me the story of a gardener, I remember. I'm glad. Do you remember what I told you about Subject 2? In his pursuit to replace Subject 1, he transformed a Wildflower into Subject 3. So, there was another imposter in Dragon's Mine that day? Yes, that would be Subject 2. I confronted him and buried his body on Dragon's Mine. So you see, at one point there was something hidden in that hole you found. But Durin is becoming more revitalized by the day. Under the influence of his power, the monsters dug up Subject 2's body and returned it to Durin's stomach. Durin absorbed the failed creation along with his knowledge and way of thinking. Ever since then, all creatures spawned from his power had the ability to transform their appearance. Humans who venture into Dragon's Spine for far too long are also bound to fall under Durin's influence, but those effects don't show themselves right away, and the extent to which a person has been affected is hard to perceive. You saw it for yourself, didn't you? All the people acting strange, those are the same people who just tried to break into the Knights of Favonia's headquarters. Durin's power remained dormant within them until finally it surged to the surface and seized control. That was also our goal. If we could force a situation where the imposter had no choice but to unleash that power, all those under its influence become violent, and thus we would know who was affected.
Wait, so what do we do? We can't go around hurting innocent people.
That's why I'm here. It would make me look bad if I just laze around after promising to help. We'll use the power of the animal to restrain them for now. That should give the Knights of the chance to subdue them without harm. A specialized team will deal with them later. Alright. That's the long and short of the situation. It's time to activate the thing, right? Yes, so there are little secrets other people should know. My identity, for example. Keep it to yourself, okay? Alright, this should do it. Sham trial, what the fuck?
Wind currents? Paimon's never seen this many.
There should now be wind currents across the whole city. Everyone, can you hear me? Loud and clear, all units, what's your status?
All good. We have enough manpower to provide support. Requesting assistance at the side gate. Heading over now.
Whoa! It's long-distance wind communication! How is that even possible?
It's all thanks to Lord Barbados. With this blessing, we will succeed in defending our city. Actually, if you face away from the current and whisper like this, no one can hear you.
No wonder you're crouching down there like you have something to hide.
You didn't have to broadcast that.
Huh? That voice. Venti? Is that you?
Oops.
You know. Just a wandering bard for calling for help. Thank goodness Traveler Paimon and Albedo found me. Got me out of a tough spot. Alright, now that you're okay, we should check out the status of the other areas. Thanks, friend. May the Animal Archon protect you. I got things covered here. I don't like being in the middle like this, especially on the bridge. Oh, look what it is. Get back. That was a close one. I suppose things are in order, Master Dealer. I appreciate the help. No need. I didn't intervene to save you. It was for my own convenience. You were in my way. Oh, well, let me get out of here then. I suppose we could work together, but you would just melt my ice anyway. Suit yourself. Alright. Tell me, when did you notice something was off? The first trial. Ah, because of the fake Hertha? No, because of you. Me? What did I do? My defense wasn't passionate enough? No, you weren't nervous enough. Tell me then, Master Dealer, when do you think I actually get nervous? I suppose we'll see. Monsters incoming. Second thought, best not to think about it.
Frostbite. Dodge this.
I heard people were like, "Oh, they're sworn brothers, not like actual brothers." I don't know what the fuck. He was adopted regardless, and because these two are like is like a ship together a lot. So I'm like, they grew up together. They're adopted brothers. It doesn't matter what the fuck. Like, they're still brothers. So don't give me that whole sworn brothers bullshit. I just admit you think these two brothers getting it on and hot.
Damn you! Oh, so sorry. Dodge this.
People still argue about it to this day, going, "Oh, it's not actually it's like incest or whatever." Ah, what the fuck?
Frostbite. Freeze. Dodge this. Freeze. Oh, so sorry.
They're over there! Dilu, Kaya!
If you had time to make it out here, I'm guessing the other areas are secure.
What? We can't be here because we care?
Maybe this is just the closest spot to the city gate. Maintaining control over the main road means maintaining control over the battle as a whole. You made the right choice.
So what's the status over here?
All under control, don't worry. My trusty civilian volunteer and I have this area covered. I think you mean the man who held the city, who held the title cavalry captain before you. You don't have to bring that up. Well, keep up the good work. We will go check on the status of the other locations. Good luck. Oh, and I want to thank you for what you said in court. If I'm not mistaken, you're on my side by the end. Believe me, he's had his suspicions since the first trial. I suppose it just didn't feel right to believe that someone who helped me in the past could be a cold-blooded killer.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Thank you for trusting me and for choosing to fight alongside us. As for you, Kaya, good work as always. I'll see you soon. Of course, stay safe.
I like the camera working for this one. Little bit of dynamic stuff happening. Get closer and use part. Oh wow, you can do that. That's pretty cool. Why can't you do this like an actual game? If only she could do it in actual co-op mode. The VAs for Barbara and Albedo are like in a relationship together. That's a fun fact.
I'll protect us.
Alright. Well, Laura Stahl not voicing Barbara, what the fuck? Oh yeah, I mean, I guess since she's also part of the union thing, so that makes sense.
Alright, you should be on the mend.
Thank you so much, Miss Barbara. Things are still quite chaotic outside. It's best if you all remain inside the cathedral for now.
You're not rushing back out to the front line, are you? You're still injured.
Don't worry, Miss Barbara. I'll try not to put myself in harm's way. I can help with the logistics from the back.
Well, maybe we can give you a hand. As he said, the situation outside is chaotic. Injured parties should not be left unattended. There are others here who need to get back to the front line, so I'll escort you all myself.
Of course. Thank you, Miss Rosaria.
Just doing my job. I'll leave the cathedral to you then, Barbara. You can count on me. I don't really know how all this started, but I do know that Jean and the others have been preparing for this for a really long time, so I think everything will be alright. No, it has to be. Did I get you at a bad time, Barbara? No, not at all. Did you need something? I just want to tell you that over the next few days, a lot of things are going to happen in advanced attacks and fighting, so I need you to take care of yourself. How do you know? Albedo warned us in advance. It has something to do with Dragonspine, and he's our authority on that region, so we should take him at his word. Dragonspine, huh? So the city is going to be in danger? Yes, but the Knights of Felonies will do whatever we can to protect the people. But then, who will protect you? Don't worry, I'll look out for myself, I promise. Please let them be okay out there. Sister Barbara, could you lend me a hand? Of course, coming.
Jean and Barbara are sisters. Oh, it's Mona. There's Noelle. Bennett. Amber and Mika.
They're here. Prepare for battle. On guard, everyone. Incoming monsters at 11 o'clock.
Outer Wilds, $80 game.
Looks like we've got 25 hill trails, 2 blazing axe meta trails, and a bunch of different slimes. Prepare elemental countermeasures.
Roger that. What the fucking stand stuff like that? What the hell? What the fuck do I do? Fend off the monsters.
Hey! Get him!
Oh. Fuck.
Providing cover fire! Go, go, Baron Bunny! Final warning! Let's keep going, team! I'll race you there!
All units are now in position.
Bertha! Oh, jeez, your voice scared me just now.
What? Still caught up in the imposter incident? I thought you knew about the plan.
Well, after you up and disappeared one day, all Master Jean told me was that you'd be gone for a while on an important mission, and that it'd be better if people thought you were dead. And then, what do you know? Someone who looks exactly like you appears out of nowhere 2 days later. If Master Jean hadn't told me about your mission, I would have fallen for it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, that's quite a scary thought. I get chills just thinking about it. Monster replacing someone close to you and you're none the wiser? Don't worry, once this is over, these monsters won't be a threat to us again. Albedo, are you okay? The trial wasn't too hard on you, was it? I'm sorry I couldn't be there. I was so worried. Same here. I thought it was all real at one point. I was in complete shock. So you didn't know Amber? Then it seems Eula did an excellent job of keeping the situation under wraps, and no need to worry you two. I'm no worse for wear. That sounds like Eula, alright? She's like an impenetrable wall. That one, you're not getting a secret out of her.
Yeah, for sure! She's someone you can really count on!
Wait, so how did you decide Hertha should disappear again? After all this fighting, I can't seem to get it straight.
It was Kai's suggestion. He said the plan would work best with someone well known and reputable without being too high profile. Naturally, Miss Hertha was the perfect choice. We needed to leave a hole in our organization, so she came up with the idea that she would disappear. So that explains the rumor that someone had fallen during a mission. Of course, it didn't take long for that to get resolved. No, because the imposter fell right into our trap. It was all part of the plan. First, we spread the rumor that Hertha was missing in action after some kind of incident. The news came from Haya and Hertha's direct subordinates, which was important because we needed it to be credible. The imposter saw the gap in our ranks and couldn't help but take the bait. It didn't take long for the fake Hertha to appear on the night's patrol route, claiming to have survived her mission.
When did that happen?
Over 6 months ago.
What the fuck?
Whoa, so this has been a long time in the making.
Yes, and our enemy was more meticulous than we expected. Monsters have been searching for Hertha's body in order to protect the imposter's identity, which is a more advanced way of thinking than some Subject 2. So we had to wait long enough to convince the fake Hertha that she had our trust. Furthermore, we needed to give her time to gather evidence against me and convince herself she had enough to strike.
But how did the Knight's internal information even reach Durin and his monsters?
There's an informant among our ranks.
Don't worry, Barbados already tracked her down. She doesn't have his blessing, so she can't hear what we're talking about right now.
Honestly, this whole situation almost gave Paimon a heart attack. All those awful accusations in the first trial, and you couldn't even defend yourself!
It has to be expected. I couldn't just reveal the truth. It had to be at the right moment, or it would have given the imposter even more fuel to use against me. She would have demanded to know how I knew about the dragonspine and the monsters in the skies. If my true identity got out, the public's trust in me would be gone. It was a trap, you see. Argue back, expose my origins, or keep my mouth shut and be seen as a murderer. Credit where credit is due, it was well thought out.
Yeah, thank goodness we were able to back her into a corner.
Indeed, I have you to thank for that, Traveler. You probably don't know it, but you've been a part of the plan since the beginning. Me? I didn't even know it was a plan. And for that, you have my sincere apologies. I know I kept you in the dark, but I had a reason. It might not sound intuitive, but I did it to make the plan even stronger. From the beginning, I knew I had to leave the letters in my office for a fair and independent reader to discover someone willing to seek the truth. Naturally, I thought of you. I knew you would return for Windbloom. I knew you would agree to attend a trial. And I knew your sense of responsibility and justice as an honorary knight would compel you to start your own investigation. Faye Hertha, Subject 2, has met you on Dragonspine before. If she thought even you had lost faith in me, her confidence might get the best of her. A perfect time for us to strike. Albedo's right. You're part of our plan from the start. I hope you don't take offense at our decision to keep that from you. So were you supposed to say we don't trust him at that one dialogue option? Please don't be too hard on Albedo. He was just doing his best to look out for Mondstadt, and the people were involved in the plan as it was. We had no other choice. Dari and Knight and Paimon will always be friends of Mondstadt. Never forget that.
Aww, that means a lot.
In that case, thank you for thinking of me. It was an honor to take part. It is us who should be thanking you, Honorary Knight.
Wait, was that you just now? Let's go to the side gate and check it out.
Cat's tail. This is the one.
Huh.
That's no. Oh, that's Angel's share. With my bad.
Fulfill our pact! Light it up! Rev the engines!
Don't worry, we'll find someone for you to stay out of harm's way. There it is, Cat's tail. There's Diona. These darn things are more annoying than disgusting booze hounds. Albedo, Traveler, if you run into anyone who needs a safe place to wait this out, feel free to send them to the Cat's tail. I'll be here to watch everything so the tavern will be safe. Thank you, Diona. We will be sure to just do that. Behind you. Oh.
Rise with the sun!
Gotta say, when I saw you on the side of the road, I thought you were hurt. Not about to whack me in the head.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry about that. I was trying to run away, but I just couldn't keep going, so I pretended to be unconscious. Thought I could at least land a surprise hit on a monster that way.
I get it. That's a pretty common tactic. Oh, Traveler, Albedo, you're here.
If you're looking for somewhere safe, head to the Castale. Diana's sheltering people there. Anyone who needs help is welcome.
Got it. I'll take her there right away.
Burn it down!
Head to the Castale. You'll be safe there, especially with Miss Diana to watch over things. You can stay there until it's over.
Really? Okay, I'll head over right away.
Rise with the sun! Light it up!
Noelle. Captain Beto, honorary knight. Focus on the battle. We've got your back.
Witness my great undertaking!
I must leave no.
Noelle, also not a voice. Huge cast. Thanks for the help. That was over a lot faster than I expected. I'm sure you have a place to be, so don't let me keep you. Rest assured, I'll keep the people around here safe. Be careful out there. I know victory will be ours.
Burn it down! Try and stop me!
Eula.
It's all my fault. I knew Clea was fast, but disappearing like this? I only lost sight of her for 1 second. How am I going to explain this to Albedo?
Explain what?
Albedo, Traveler, Paimon, what brings you here?
We're providing mobile support across the region. Was there something you needed to explain? You can tell me anything. I hope you know that.
Yeah. Plus, we kinda already heard what you said.
Just tell us. There's something to be afraid of.
Clea, she disappeared right under my nose. I'm sorry. I'm doing all I can to find her.
I see. Please don't beat yourself up. Clea's...
Wait! Something's coming this way, and it doesn't look pretty!
Alright, fighting first, conversation later.
She was right next to me, and the next thing I knew, she ran off somewhere. I swear I only lost sight of her for a second.
Clea is known for her speed. Don't worry, she's a knight in her own right. She can protect herself. Oh, there you are. Clea's here to help.
Shut up!
See, kids are fast on their feet.
Moments of birth!
What's wrong? See what you mean. Oh.
I see what you mean. She's not to be underestimated.
Please got this one. You won! Great work, Clea. I'll be counting on you to protect Eula next time, too.
Albedo, you can't be serious.
No problem. Just leave it to Clea. Are you going on patrol, Mr. Albedo? Clee heard you went camping for a few days, and these monsters followed you back home.
Camping. Ah, right. The truth isn't suitable for little ears.
Her ears look rather big, if you ask me. That's right, so I need to report back to Master Jean to settle my expenses. If you have some time, I'm sure Eula would be grateful if you escort her back to headquarters as well.
Of course. I place myself in your capable hands, Spark Knight.
It would be an honor. Clee would do her best. That should be it for now. Good work, everyone. How do we fare injury-wise? Good. Our preparations paired off. Injuries are few and far between. I have the full record here. Wonderful. I'll review it in a bit. Everyone alright?
Amber?
Yep, right as rain. We're back. Clee kept Miss Eula safe the whole way. That's amazing, Clee. Eula's lucky to have you. Looks like we're still missing a few. Boarding back, Master Jean. Mission complete. Good to have you back safe and sound, and great work, everyone. This operation could not have happened without you all. Your leadership is what made it possible, Master Jean. It's been a busy few days. You should take a well-deserved break. I will, but I did believe you deserve one most of all. My work isn't finished. I'm afraid I have a few loose ends to tie up. Yeah, Act 3. Loose ends. Ah, yes, of course. We can talk about it back at headquarters. Traveler and Paimon should be there, too. Alright, everyone who has finished their work should head back to their quarters or to the church to get some rest. Want to come with us, Clee? We could drink some tea and eat some freshly baked moon pies. Yes, yes. Hi, everyone. Auntie, thank you for everything. I know there were difficult moments along the way. Oh, well, wait, does that mean you saw me running for my life? No, apologies. Just forget I said anything. Just kidding. But you're right, it was tough out there. I almost lost my hat to the wind several times. Any noble information on the wind? Of course, I was out on the city wall for quite some time. I heard all sorts of things. As for something noble, well, I picked up on anxious voices and a child's anger. Durin has been isolated for centuries, but absorbing subject to his emotions allowed him to understand certain truths about this world and his existence, including the fact that he's no longer Mother's only child. Or her most perfect creation. It's obvious he found that fact difficult to accept. The emotions he felt in response were quite genuine and, dare I say, human. If I eliminate the perfect creation, I'll be the only child Mother needs. This mindset arose out of Durin's instinct to compete and survive, and came to dominate all those around him. Of course, the absorption of subject two's knowledge allowed him to take a more intelligent approach, accusing me of murder. In the end, however, Durin still lacks sufficient social intelligence. The fact that his army even got this far is a miracle.
Oh, no wonder Venti sensed a child's anger through the wind.
That same feeling, it's close. Miss Fonio, here to make your report?
Oh, nothing much to report, actually.
Is that so? During the battle, we were talking about your transfer to the 7th Company. You're in charge of patrols and post-battle reconnaissance this time. How'd everything go?
Good. No problems.
I see. If you don't mind me asking, why did you come from that direction, and why are you alone? Did you think we were still meeting at the side gate? There's a change of plans. We sent a message over the wind in the last few minutes of the battle. There were a lot of changes during the operation, but I imagine you missed those as well, because you're under Durin's influence, and you have been since your trip to Dragonspine over 6 months ago. Don't move. Let's continue the discussion back at headquarters. Don't be scared. I'll figure out a way to free you from his power soon.
damn, it's been 2 hours. This chapter's still going. Restless as a child. Alright, the others are looking after Phonia. Please tell me you can help her. I can, as long as the rest of the operation goes well.
Wait, the operation isn't over. What do we do now?
What happens next is more of a personal project. I've consulted Venti about the possibility of calling a tripartite conference. Ah yes, that's a relatively new tradition Grandmaster Varka came up with the idea a few years ago. I still remember when he approached me about asking the lovely ladies of the Hexen Circle for a small favor. The genuineness caught me off guard. If I hadn't known any different, I'd have thought he was talking about his older sisters or something.
Older sisters? Is Varka really young or something?
I wouldn't exactly call him young, but he's not old either. He's the type to crack a joke at every opportunity, so whatever age that is. Indeed. Anyway, the Tripartite Conference is a gathering of 3 parties, the Hexen Circle, the Animal Archon, and the joint forces of the Knights and Church of Favonius. Lord Barbados was able to facilitate a meeting between Varka and the mages. Varka has quite a way with words, so he was able to gain their favor and convince them to agree to a very important request. This dude's been like gone for like 5 years. Namely, that in Mondstadt's greatest time of need, the mages would return and lend their aid to our nation. Yes, and now I have a request of my own, so I need the conference to convene once again. Venti, if you would. Of course, Traveler. Pass me the Dodoco communication device.
Huh? You're gonna use that thing to call them?
And just watch and learn. Okay, I think they should do it.
What's that ringing? Is it the wind or something?
Hold on, that's not the right voice.
Wait. Barbados?
Varka? Grandmaster. Oops, I put in the wrong number. Sorry, Varka. You're probably busy right now. Wow, this is 5 years. And we finally have a voice to this guy.
Considering I'm surrounded on both sides with a group on my tail looking to turn me into mincemeat, yeah, I'd say so.
Ah, yes, well, have fun with that. We can talk some other time. Bye.
Alright, pass along my regards. Oh, and I still owe you for those drinks, don't I? Just take it from my stash. I keep it in...
Hey! He was just about to tell us where to find his secret stash!
Don't tell me hidden beneath the great tree of Windrise. That seems like a bit much.
Hello? Who is this?
Oh, this is Alice. Greetings, Miss Alice. It's Venti.
Venti? Nope, doesn't ring a bell.
You're really gonna tease me like this? Fine, it's Barbados.
Apologies, just a bit of fun. What can I do for you, dear Barbados?
You still remember the Tripartite Conference, right? I'm calling on behalf of a friend. He's asking for a meeting.
Oh? And which brave soul is it this time?
Your nephew. It's me, Aunt Alice. Albedo, captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation team, requests a formal meeting with the Hexen Circle.
And what is your wish, dear Albedo?
I want to accomplish something unprecedented.
How unprecedented. Something even your mother Rhine-daughter never accomplished?
In terms of technique, no, but in terms of location materials, yes.
Okay, that makes no sense.
You've piqued my interest. I'll be right there.
Be right where? Here, as in this office?
Hello again, everyone.
Oh my god. First appearance of Alice. She has a fucking giant witch hat. Hello, Aunt Alice. I see you turn yourself into a giant Dodoco.
Darling, isn't it? It even has its own hat.
Wow, the attention to detail.
Pleasure to see you all again. It's been a while. On behalf of the Hexen Circle, I hereby grant Albedo's request. I'm guessing you still need to prepare? Take your time. Just come find me at the long table when you're ready.
Aw, that's nice of you.
Huh, I suppose it's just my nature, darling.
Thank you, Aunt Alice. Before we set out, there's someone you need to meet. Head to my office. He's waiting for you there. You did so much for us this time, Lord Barbados. I don't even know how to thank you. Don't thank me at all, please. It makes me seem like I'm useless the rest of the time. You know that's not what I meant. An Archon has their own calculations. Who am I to question their wisdom? Okay, now, give me too much credit. I admit, I'm not the most proactive Archon. You have your own hard work to thank for this result. Oh, and our friends, the Honorary Knight Paimon, of course. I'm worried about Albedo's plan. I can't help it. I have full confidence in his abilities. It's just an instinctual response. In the end, if he sets his mind to something, I know he will succeed. I trust him. That's good to hear. Alright, let's go to his office.
Rise with the sun!
Hey, have you ever wondered why Albedo always keeps his office closed? Paimon bets there's a secret snack stash hidden around here somewhere.
Oh my god, it's Mini Durin. Does that mean Wanderer's here too? Oh my god, you gotta be kidding. This dude's not voice. Hey, not so loud. He's from the summer event.
Mini Durin? What are you doing here?
Well, actually, I've been kind of helping you guys in secret this whole time. I tried tapping Paimon on the shoulder during the battle, but you floated way too fast. You were there? Yeah, I've been monster for a few days now, but I kept myself out of sight. I thought people might be scared of me.
Oh, don't worry. We aren't scared of you.
Thanks.
So, what brings you here? Oh, is it Windbloom? There are a ton of fun games this time of year.
I did sneak out to the festival for a bit. Even though I couldn't play the games because of all the people, I still had a lot of fun. But that's not why I'm here. Albedo and I made a promise to accomplish something great together. Oh my god. That's from the fucking summer event that made that promise.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna replace the Durin on Dragonspine. I'm gonna be the one who's revived and brought into this world.
Wait, didn't that already happen? You left the storybook world, and now you're here.
Sorry, I should be more specific. Albedo said he can use alchemy to turn me into a human. What? Human transmutation? What the fuck? It's actually happening.
What?
Is he gonna be the new character we gotta like roll for? Human transmutation, so you're Albedo's intended subject. Yeah, he's been working on it for a long time.
And that's what you want, Mini Durin? To become human?
I don't know if want is the right word. I don't even know if there's a right answer in a situation like this. But I do know this. I have just as much right to this name. I don't want to lose to the other Durin. Becoming human isn't as simple as changing form. What was that? Osamu Dazai no longer human? I know. Albedo talked to me about that. He said that Durin on Dragonspine is a lot more aggressive and primitive, almost like a beast. But Mom created me in a storybook. The pure parts of me can balance out the evil parts of him. If I'm honest, I don't know what that will look like, if I can still be me once I become one with that part of him. Maybe, without a complete soul, there was never really me to begin with. Albedo said these kinds of questions are normal. We're all just trying to figure out who we are. But I'm not afraid of change. I want my life to have meaning, and suppressing an evil dragon becoming human both sounds pretty meaningful to me. So, don't worry, no one's forcing me to make this choice.
Well, turning you into a human sounds like a huge project. No wonder Albedo wants to get the mage's approval.
Yeah, I'm really grateful to him. We're kind of in the same boat, you know. Albedo told me he's the Kryn Prince, a synthetic human. And if this works, I hope he will too. We'll be the only two of our kind in the whole world. Alchemical creations allowed to live in human form. If all living things are grouped together by species, and there's only one other person like me in this world, I guess that makes us family.
Definitely. You've just got to trust one another. Actually, while we're on the subject, does your friend Hawkeye know about this?
Oh, el sombrero, don sombrero. Yeah, I told him I was coming here to fulfill some duty. He didn't try to stop me, just told me to get a move on then. He didn't say it outright, but I think he supports my decision. Maybe he even thinks it's a good idea to go through this. I am a little scared, of course, but excited too. Anyway, I'm really glad I got to talk to you at a time like this. I feel a lot better now, so thanks. I'm feeling a little nervous, but also kind of excited. It's a strange feeling. I've never felt anything like it. But don't worry, I can cope. I gotta do my best to stay in good frame of mind so that Albedo's plan can succeed. That theater.
Welcome, one and all. Please sit wherever you like.
Some unspoken rules to be aware of. I don't want to unwittingly park myself down some important lady's chair.
I highly doubt anyone's going to mind where you sit, Lord Barbados. But thank you for being so considerate. Jean didn't fancy tagging along?
A lot happened in the city today. If she left, there really would be no one around to lead the Knights of Favonius.
All right, never mind. I was just hoping to treat her to some tea. So, tell me, Albedo, what is this outrageous and audacious plan of yours that I've been hearing murmurings about?
I'll get right to the point. I intend to kill the evil Durin in Dragonspine.
Oh?
And I also like to request some alchemical regents from the Hexen Circle.
Which ones? I'm all ears.
First would be the flesh of that immortal monster from the marriage of Ari. That's the Philippines, apparently. We just found that out.
Interesting. What else?
The other is a portion of the embryo left by my mother, Rhine-daughter.
Ah, the raw material from which she created her monsters in the past. There's not much of it left. Dragon blood, monster flesh, and embryo. Sounds to me like a formula for creating life.
Correct. Durin's heart has continued to beat ever since the day he died. That means it's just a matter of time before he eventually returns. It could be centuries away or millennia, but the day will come. I spent years investigating Dragonspine, so I'm well aware of the danger he poses. He has already posed a considerable threat to Amasa at less than half of his original strength. There's no telling how dire the consequences could be if he ever regained his full life force. Hence, if we want to be free of the dangers posed by his blood and limitless vitality, we must find a way to eliminate Durin entirely. Unfortunately, Durin is a special entity. Even after death, he could reawaken at any point. So the solution is to kill him and then resurrect him in a different form. Upon resurrection, he'll no longer be the creature he once was. In fact, he'll no longer be a monster at all, because I intend to transform him into a human-like being. During the summer, Clea and I visited a fairy tale world called Simulanka. It was created by mages from the Hexen Circle, so I'm sure you know of it.
Of course! It was even the home of one of M's children, the other Oh, I see.
It was during that journey that I learned with certainty that Durin would return to life one day. That experience inspired me. I met the pure soul M had created, and I knew if I wanted to change Durin's fate, he could be the key. To that end, I devised an alchemical model for the transmutation. The soul will come from the fairy tale dragon of Simulanka, the blood from the original dragon's hearts, and the monster remnants from the marriage of Ari and the embryo mother left behind will form the flesh. The corrosive nature of the dragon venom and the heightened vitality of the monster remnants will offset each other, keeping the constructed body in perfect balance. A powerful side effect can be triggered when festering forces and life energy collide in an alchemical setting. The results are sure to be nothing short of astounding.
The glint in your eye when you talk about these ideas. You really are your mother's child.
Do you see it as a bad thing, Aunt Alice?
Of course not. To me, you're both extraordinary individuals. I find you fascinating. In any case, now I see why you asked Venti for help. The raw materials you seek are extremely valuable. The misuse of even the tiniest amount could cause unimaginable chaos. That said, we're happy to give you what you need. But there is one condition. You need to prove you can wield them. And so, you must pass the Hexen Circle's trial.
I understand. I figured something like this might happen. That's why I asked Traveler to come along. Wait, I'm joining you in this thing? You're not even gonna try to talk me into it? Oh, you mean convincing? I thought you wanted to keep an eye on me. Who knows what sort of outlandish things I might attempt without someone to keep me in check. Fine, I'm not going to argue with you.
So you know our tricks, huh?
Aunt Alice has always loved a spectacle, and a chance to witness friends come together to support one another.
Well, success means little if you have no one to celebrate it with, no? Although, I'm afraid dear Paimon will have to sit this one out.
Wow. Why are they hating on my bestie?
The Hexen Circle trials are no walk in the park, my dear. Besides, I already decided on the structure. There's only room for 2 participants, I'm afraid. No more, no less. You understand, don't you, Paimon? Oh, don't be too angry with your dear aunt.
Okay, okay. You can turn off the charm. Paimon will stay behind.
Thank you for being so understanding. Then, whenever you two are ready, interact with the chessboard on the table. It will guide you through the trial.
Then let me make a formal request. Will you go through this trial with me? Of course. Let's do this thing. Alright, are you ready? Just about.
Then, my dear children, get ready for a taste of the Dodo King's magic.
Whoa. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Certainly in keeping with Hexen Circle modalities. We've been shrunken down to chess pieces. Oh my god, fucking menacing ass Dodoko. It's like those like Haros with those red eyes that they've been putting in Gundam lately.
Whoa, you're so tiny now. Take extra care of yourselves, okay?
What is it? Nothing. It's just Paimon's voice is even louder than usual now that I'm this size. Oh my god, this was supposed to be voiced. She's always so energetic and lively. Nothing can dampen her spirits. Don't worry, you'll be back with her again in no time.
You sound pretty confident, Albedo.
Aunt Alice, I didn't realize you'd be personally conducting the trial.
Well, since your mother has to recuse herself, who better than I to put your abilities to the test? I have prepared quite a riveting new performance just for you two. See? Defeat them in battle. Prove to me that you have what it takes to achieve your goal. Swashbuckle your way to victory like gallant fairy tale heroes.
Show no mercy! Let my name echo in song! Strike a breath from the sky!
Moments of birth.
Should present a united front.
Fulfill our pact!
I'm working tomorrow, by the way.
It had to be this form? A toy
Hello?
really doesn't suit me.
What?
Are you talking to someone?
No, I was listening to something.
Oh, I'm working tomorrow.
Well done.
Okay, sounds good.
But this isn't
Alright.
over.
You still want to go
I
gym?
Yeah.
will now preside over the second trial. Stare straight ahead, and you will see things as they appear. But change your perspective, and you will see them as they are. The trial awaits.
The new boss.
By turning the world on its head, we see its true colors. So, it begs the question, what do you see on the other side of this chessboard? Pawns earned true freedom the moment they gained legs with which to ride. So, in the spirit of Granddaughter, I prepared a little surprise for you. No need to thank me, of course. Just a small gesture of kindness from me, Barbeloth Trismegistus, to you.
Feel this ancient power.
Yes, very well done.
You did it.
Oh, they've grown up so fast. I'm so proud.
Really? Well then, I'll leave you to debrief the others about today's events.
Huh? You're leaving already?
You did marvelously today. I'm thrilled for both of you. And should you feel the need to gloat profusely to that student of mine so she knows to up her game, be my guest. Lovely tea party. But that'll do me for now. Until next time, my dearies.
You're just going to up and leave? Barbie, you'll have to forgive Barbeloth. She's always on the move. And she never says where she's going either. I think she enjoys the mystique. But if I had to guess, she's probably going for a walk. She's a very health-conscious individual. Barbie was satisfied with your victory. And so am I. Congratulations to you both. You can come back now. Oh, whoops. I need to turn you back to normal first, don't I?
You're finally back! Great job! You made it all look so easy!
Nice to have you back safe and sound. Now time to relax and switch off. You've earned it.
Thank you. Felt pretty good to beat the trial. Once you rested up, let me know when you're free and we'll head to Dragonspine.
To deal with the Dragon of Dragonspine, right?
Indeed, the sooner we deal with Durin, the better.
Shower me with praise!
Nice to have you back safe and sound. Now time to relax and switch off. You've earned it.
Yep, this place is as freezing as ever. Paimon's hands are turning to ice.
Want to climb into my hood?
You sure? Is it warm in there?
Just take the edge off and it might improve your mood, but I recommend finding a heat source. You're right. Sorry, Paimon. I have to get to work now.
Still beating away after all this time.
Leave it to me. You two, stay on the ground. Stay on guard.
May Paimon ask a question?
You may.
Who is Durin to you? Do you think of him as one of your kind? And is he a dragon, person, animal, or monster?
From a chemical perspective, we're both artificial creations, but biologically speaking, we have no relation whatsoever. So to say we are kin would be categorically incorrect.
Sounds like you prefer humans to dragons then.
It's not so much as a matter of preference, rather as things stand, I would say I belong to the class of human, albeit a unique category thereof, but then again, most forms of life in this world possess some unique traits. I am perhaps the most unique among humans, in that I am the only one of my kind. But soon, there will be another just like me, assuming this alchemical project proves successful. I believe Mini Durin already told you of his intent to replace Durin the Dragon Spine. After my conversation with him, he also expressed a strong interest in becoming human. It's a fascinating prospect, not to mention an extremely challenging one, but I understand why he came to that decision. Do you see this as an act of creation? Well, understand, in the broadest sense, this project deals with both the past and future, and stands to profoundly impact many lives. That, primarily, is what makes it worthwhile. Helping Mini Durin become who he wants to be is secondary consideration, though still a meaningful one. By contrast, my personal motivations are nothing so grand and meaningful. I'm just pursuing something I believe in. In my view, to cultivate life which the world cannot generate endogenously is to cultivate the world itself. Whatever aids life in attaining a greater level of perfection proves the world by doing so. It's not a question of whether this ought to be done or not, merely whether I wish to. The alchemical enterprise is concerned with deciphering and not comprehending all forms of knowledge that is the path I walk. Of course, that's not to say that this is just a science experiment to me. Anything that affects Mondstadt, I approach first and foremost as a member of the Knights of Favonius. Does that answer your question satisfactorily? Well enough, thank you. Finished.
Looks like a golden energy has encased the dragon's heart.
The whole heart would be too big. I don't need that much. Instead, I just remove the core. The rest will soon lose its vitality completely. This time, Durin's body should die for good.
Wait, but in that case, what's gonna happen to the fake Hertha? And what about the people who fell under Durin's influence?
Knights will keep an eye on them, but as far as I'm concerned, eliminating Durin's influence on citizenry and creating a new Durin through alchemy are one and the same thing. Armed with this heart, I'll be able to complete the alchemical array and deal with all these issues in one go. Oh man, I'm a little tired. 3 hours. Let's call it a day here. Thank you for accompanying me.
Pleasure. We sure learned a lot.
Mondstadt's a lively place during the Windbloom Festival. You should take a look around and pick up some nice souvenirs for yourselves.
Oh yeah, the festival! Wonder who the Windbloom star is gonna be this time. Well, we've been too busy dealing with this situation the entire time. Who else would be free to work during the Windbloom Festival?
I'm sure to find out on the day of. See, 2 days later. Oh, good thing I started earlier. Holy shit. This would have gone like way late otherwise.
The Windbloom Festival is about to begin. Let's go check it out.
Oh. Let's see, where's the plaza? As you all know, during this year's Windbloom Festival, the people of Monster have banded together to defeat several waves of monsters that try to invade our city. Accordingly, we would like to award the title Windbloom Star to someone who made an outstanding contribution to the defense operation. This is someone who may not look like a strong warrior, but whose keen insights played a vital role in gaining control over the conflict. His words and songs always have a way of lifting people's spirits, and they were a great support to us all. Let's give a round of applause to this year's Windbloom Star, Venti the Bard. This dude's like one of the strongest people in this fucking city.
Wow! Amazing!
Venti!
Huh? No way, you're really gonna pick me? Why not? You're the perfect person for the job. Alright. Does that mean I get unlimited free drinks at the tavern? I'm sure they'll be more than happy to support this year's Windbloom Star. If you like, you can even take a drink while you give your acceptance speech to the crowd. In that case, let me swap out the speech for a song. Everyone, the best bard in the land is about to begin his performance, so don't go away. Gather around, lend me your ears. Oh my god, it's like when they did that in Brotherhood, that fucking citywide transmutation circle.
Albedo, how did everything go?
Very smoothly, I'd say. We achieved our goal.
Really? So Mini Durin looks like a human now?
Correct. However, his newly formed body is still stabilizing. We should give him some time. Noble work, Albedo. Graciously accept the compliment. It really is rather remarkable what you've accomplished.
So, how do you feel right now?
Quite good. I did what I set out to do and achieved a personal goal. I think even she would have made a rare facial expression had she seen it.
She?
My master and mother, Gold Rhine daughter. A long time ago, she sent me to Mondstadt with instruction to complete a task of monumental importance, to find the truth of the world. I had a theory about what she meant, and in time, I was able to corroborate it. Sure enough, finding the truth of the world basically stood for getting a life. Go get a life? What the fuck? That might be easy for most people, but for someone like me, it meant doing a lot of learning about a lot of things. I had to find out about myself, the world around me, get to know me, and get to know other people. Life is the space that exists between me and the world. To become truly human, I had to inhabit that space. So, for an artificial human, finding life is, in some sense, equivalent to finding the truth of the world.
So that's what she meant, huh? Well, no wonder those monsters wanted to infiltrate the city and replace you. They wanted your life for themselves.
Being alive is just existing, but having a life is what makes you truly human. I think that's the message she wanted to get across to me. Thanks, Mom. Still, I found this whole series of events has given me new inspiration. Becoming human is only the beginning. It follows the choices of a human has to make in life, as well as the kind of family bonds they will form. Most people would probably see the events over the last few days as something out of a nightmare, but for me, it's just part of my family life. I fear that the carefree existence my brother has enjoyed this far will now come to an end. Just like me, he'll have to step into the world and face the same constraints as everyone else.
You've got an unusual family, that's for sure.
You can't just say that. Well, I suppose we get it from our mother. She's highly unusual. There are all kinds of families in the world. Some base their life around the family store, others around the farm. My family, I suppose we tend to do the flower beds, and now I'm a gardener too. As long as you feel like you've gained something from the experience. Asta never shows her face, but if the Hexen Circle knows what I've done, that means she knows them as well and gave her approval. Since devouring the various, it would seem she has finally found a modicum of peace, and so, then I am truly happy for her. She didn't always have a penchant for madness, you know.
Devouring Nefarious? What's Nefarious?
It's the name of the ruler of life.
What?
Aunt Alice told me about it not too long ago, but it came as no surprise. I knew Master would do it sooner or later. As for the ruler of life, all I truly know is this. Nefarious is not gone. Instead, because of Master's action, she and Nefarious are now one. In any case, thank you so much for your help during this ordeal and choosing to stand by my side through it all.
Of course. That's what friends are for.
Haven't took the words right out of my mouth. When you say that means more than I can say. I'll make sure to pass along the sentiment that when I report to Master Jean.
Oh, so you're heading back to headquarters? Well, good luck with the report.
Thank you. I'll get going.
Wow, this Windbloom Festival turned out to be a special one. It feels like we really made a difference. Oh, I almost forgot. If the Windbloom star has already been chosen, what is this year's Windbloom gonna be?
Wanna take a guess?
Venti, you're back.
Well, I couldn't keep my two dear friends in the dark about this year's Windbloom. Okay, what do you think of the Cecilia? I like it. Cecilia. True feelings of the prodigal son. A sentiment as sweet and warm as a gentle spring. Breeze. Perfect for the season. Traveler, give me your hand, huh? The mages are very pleased with that you and Albedo managed to pass the trial. Albedo received the materials he sought, so he is something in return as well. The Hexen Circle wants you to have this. It contains something truly one of a kind, a secret of sorts. When the time is right, it will reveal itself to you, so no need to open it right away.
Wow, a gift and a mystery all in one. The mages sure love their secrets, huh?
According to Sender, you're probably the only person who can make use of something like this. So, I suppose it belongs with you. Alright, thanks. Well, I did was deliberate. Although I did go to great lengths during this whole ordeal, I suppose the reward for my efforts wouldn't be out of the question.
You've helped a lot, Venti. How about we treat you to a drink?
Really? I'll hold you to that. You know, don't go back on your word.
Of course, Dad! Let's go to the tavern right now!
I'm music to my ears. I'm so happy I could fly. It's like this festival was made for me or something. Yeah. I wonder why. When no love remains for the songs to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell. Cruel as said fate cruel it may be, were it not for a hero who could set us all free. Through shadows so cold, he sought wisdom untold, chasing a fragrance the wind only knows. The wistfulness waned and faded into the night as he stepped from the darkness and into the light. Done. Alright, I'm getting like really tired and sleepy, so we'll probably call it a night. Thank you for joining. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it. Have a good night. Bye-bye. we do have this thing to do, so and guidelines. Oh, sounds like mini games. Yeah, I'll do that sometime. I guess I'll just like start the reading portion for this.
Let's ride! Full throttle!
Some Fontaine, what the fuck? Well, the match where you can't fly about like Peacemaker. All she had to do is is time her charges right. You blithering idiot. You couldn't just think of how fast she can run in a straight line if she can't turn her head and it wouldn't make any difference. That's enough, children. We can have a civilized discussion, can't we? We're being civilized just, well, when we talk about great words, we get pumped up. Don't you worry, none, Miss Bougie. We might be at war, but we're gonna fight with reason and evidence. Oh, I just thought of a new strategy. I challenge you again. Rematch, rematch. Sure, this Ivy here. What's going on? A new customer. Hello there. Wait, I've seen your face above in the scrolls. You're that Hermione all the children can't stop talking about. Wonderful. I can't believe I got to meet someone like you. Anyway, Honorable Hermione, would you have a chance to try this interactive woven scroll? Scroll that moves on its own. Simply put, it's a game that combines Leo's paper theater, Inazuma's comics, and Fontaine's film technology. It's inspired by our local heroes and adds the concept of crossover challenges to create a novel story. I'm sure it'll be an interesting experience. It might even be able to match the wondrous challenges you imagined. With pleasure. Wonderful. Have a great time. If you're free, please feel free to give me your feedback. And then blah blah blah. You'll play as Natalie's heroes mentioned in each blah blah blah. Yeah, we've done stuff like this before. Alright. Quest complete. Alright, so yeah, so shouldn't take too long to do that, but I'll do that some other time. This is the real pain in the ass I gotta do, because I have no idea what the fuck I'm supposed to explore. Alright, so I'll be figure out some other day. Alright, thanks again, thanks for watching, bye bye.